Prince Harry has been blasted by a commentator for once again mouthing off about American politics. The Duke of Sussex warned of a global assault on democracy and freedom in a speech at the UN General Assembly in New York on Monday to mark Nelson Mandela International Day. Harry, who is living in California with Meghan Markle after quitting royal duties, hit out at the rolling back of constitutional rights in the U.S. in reference to the recent abortion ruling. But The Spectator's Washington editor Amber Athey accused the Duke of mouthing off about American politics despite a rudimentary understanding, at best, of our founding principle. Writing in the magazine, she said, "Prince Harry, who only lives here because his wife dreams of doing animated voiceovers for Netflix, routinely opines on our Constitution with all of the British pomposity that led to the Revolutionary War. Newsflash, Americans do not like it when foreigners tell us what to do or how we should feel. And yet Prince Harry, do I even have to use his title anymore? Is too arrogant and lacking in self-awareness to sit down and shut up." The Duke was joined by his wife for the UN event yesterday as they arrived holding hands. They ignored a question from a U.S. reporter about biographer Tom Bower's latest book Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors. Mr. Bower makes a series of bombshell claims about the Sussexes in the new book. Harry spoke about the dangers of climate change, the COVID pandemic, weaponizing lies and disinformation, the war in Ukraine and abortion laws in the U.S. in his speech. He said, "This has been a painful year and a painful decade. We're living through a pandemic that continues to ravage communities in every corner of the globe, climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all, the few, weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many, and from the horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States. We are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom, the cause of Mandela's life." It comes after Meghan said her husband was a feminist and told of his guttural reaction to the move by the U.S. Supreme Court last month to overturn the Roe v. Wade ruling. Meanwhile, Harry previously faced accusations of interfering in U.S. politics when he branded the First Amendment, the right to free speech, bonkers. The Duke told a podcast last year, "I've got so much I want to say about the First Amendment as I sort of understand it, but it is bonkers. I don't want to start going down the First Amendment route because that's a huge subject and one which I don't understand because I've only been here a short time." Just like one of Meghan's claims to Oprah was that a member of the royal family had spoken with Harry about what color the skin of their son Archie would be when he was born. Meghan, who is mixed race, claimed there were concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. George reacted to Oprah's tweet publicizing the interview before it was released in full, writing to his 482,000 followers that she should have questioned Meghan's allegation further. He said, "Sadly, Meghan wasn't prepared to tell us who made these alleged comments about Archie's skin color. I believe she has a responsibility to tell us. Shame on Oprah for not pushing it more. It's a huge accusation." However, in the replies, fellow Twitter users jumped to Meghan's defense, reminding George that it was Harry to whom the remarks about Archie's skin color were made and not Meghan. One wrote, "Why do you think she has that responsibility?" One wrote,